Hello classmates! Another semester has ended, but we have something special para lang sa inyo. I am classmate Martin.
And I'm classmate Raph. Classmate Martin, ano ba yung mga natutunan mo ngayong semester na to?
Wow, grabe. This semester, we had to do our thesis. The hardships my classmates were involved in. Shout out sa mga fourth year dyan. Saka mga seniors na alam yung ano. Sa mga seniors na alam na sobrang hirap talaga nun. And of course, flexible learning, I'm finding it okay. Not my ideal situation, but I'm okay with it, you know. Para lang mag-push, para lang mag-graduate. Classmate Ralph. And of course, spending time with family and my pets, my fur babies. So what about you, classmate Ralph? What have you been up to?
Well, ako naman classmate Martin, natutunan ko yung photography styles and techniques sa subject of basic photography. Natutunan ko rin yung mga batas pagdating sa communication, media laws, and ethics. And nahasa rin yung skills ko sa pagsasalita ng language sa Filipino sa komunikasyon pang media. So, ayun. Ngayon naman, yun nga. Ngayon naman, classmate Martin, let's highlight notable people in Adamson who have learned how to cope with life during these times.
Kaya classmate Raph, kahit marami tayong pinagdadaanan for this academic year, always keep in mind na we're all doing a good job.
That's true, classmate Martin. Even if the change is not around yet, we must surely make the most out of it. We have to exercise our creativity and focus on our own growth. Like content creators.
Hey, speaking of content creators, samahan natin sila classmate Trisha at classmate Zia at kilalanin natin ang mga classmates who made the most out of learning from home in this time of pandemic.
For example, si classmate Mitch Laganas, a BS Accountancy student at Adamson University, and at the same time manages her online business, Biju Scrubs.
I have a business, it's called Biju Scrubs, and it is a retailing business. And it started last 2020 during the pandemic. So, I do the things that I do because it started as a hobby. Because I wanted to have scrubs during taking a bath, and I just felt that I wanted to share it to others. That's why I created this business.
Tsaka si classmate Freya Soriano, isang senior high school student sa Adamson University, a public relations officer of SHS Student Government, and also a TikTok content creator na talaga namang may 1.2 million followers.
Grabe naman yan, classmate Zia, TikTokerist! At pati si classmate Micah Bautista, a third-year BA Communication student in Adamson University that also runs her online business, Mimi the Doe.
So classmate Trisha, mag-reflect nga tayo paano nila ginawa to kasi ako bilang isang fourth year student, hindi na biro yung task and responsibilities. Pero ibang-iba yung nagagawa ng ating mga classmates na sina Micah and Mitch sa kanilang thriving online business and the TikTok queen na si Freya. Kasi ako bilang estudyante na marami ring task, nauubusan tayo ng creativity. Pero despite the changes and challenges, it is amazing to see their creativity through their business Facebook pages and through creating funny TikToks from the fit chick queen, Freya Soriano. Diba, classmate Trisha?
That's true, classmate Zia. It is very commendable, lalo na yung mga classmate nating content creators and business owners as they surely make the most out of these trying times. At syempre, para sa ating mga aspiring classmates na gusto ring maging katulad nila, it is never too late to go out from their comfort zone. Syempre, we have our own pacing, our own right time to have our own spotlight. Just keep in mind that it is never too late to become the best version of yourself. Lalo na at papalapit na ang 2022, we have 365 days to take bigger steps and embrace our authenticity.
So thank you, classmates Mitch, Freya, and Micah for being an example of adapting to changes.
That's right, classmates Sia. You'll never know what will happen. Pero classmates, for those that desire to further their education despite the hardships we all face, we must still commend the efforts of our school.
And commend them we will.
Yes, hi classmate Martin. So, what can we commend the school for?
Well, classmate Ro, why don't we just go back in time, regardless what Mr. Willem Bill Turnbull, Director of ADU Center of Innovative Learning and Office in Charge, Dean of the College of Science, had to say back then on ADU's plan.
During our training before, actually, I asked our university president to welcome everyone with the online education. And I think he mentioned about the mindset of education because at this point in time, we are jumping towards online education. So we changed the whole system from the traditional setup towards what we call right now, which is a flexible learning.
Wow, ang bilis talaga ng panahon. Pero classmate Martin, what about now?
Well, right now, yung main challenge talaga would be the internet connectivity and motivation to study. Kasi for sure, lahat nami-miss na rin ng face-to-face classes. It's been 2 years, classmate Ro.
Totoo.
But what can the good side be?
Yes, well, classmate Martin, despite the challenges na sinabi nga ni Mr. Turnbull kanina, he also said na isa sa mga perks out of learning from home is that we have the freedom to learn at our own pace and mode. Diba? Ngayon lang yun. Pero from now on, what do we do from here on out, classmate Martin? Knowing that.
Our lives, our health, and our time is ours during
Yes.
this time of online learning. Diba, college may be the most exciting time of our lives, but during these times, it helps us really change our perspective on what we want and what we should do for further education.
True, that's true. And also, that's a lot to think about. Pero looking back now, I think we should just be grateful for what we have, especially sa lahat ng mga changes ba na binato sa atin ng pandemic. And of course, yung mga ways din on how we cope with the changes na binato nga sa atin. So, that being said, that's all we can hope for. Let's just be grateful and hope for the best sa ating mga future classmates kasi tayo gagraduate na tayo. So, hopefully, yung mga classmates natin makaapak na ulit sa school. So, yun lang naman. So, classmates, this was Classmate Ro.
And this was Classmate Martin, and I hope you learned something even in such challenging times. We can be creative and we can continue to pursue our educational dreams.
Tama!
The pandemic took its toll on everyone's well-being. Despite this, as Adamsonian, we stand to help. We have here classmate Rhyza Castillo, who will speak about her experience volunteering at the community pantry during the pandemic.
So, classmate Rhyza, what inspires you to volunteer at the community pantry as an Adamsonian?
During those times po kasi, we were aware naman po of the difficulties faced by every Filipino. And what Ate Pat po, yung nag-initiate po ng lahat-lahat sa buong Pilipinas po nito na galing ng QC. She has accomplished as the founder of the pantry po and inspired many people po, including ourselves. And as an Adamsonian, I believe it appears that St. Vincent de Paul's kindness to people in need takes precedence, and I believe my Adamsonian heart has become proud of our Bikutan pantry po.
What are or is your personal experiences during the community pantry that you will never forget?
After months po of giving service by sa mga tao po dito, marami pong mga events na hindi ko po makakalimutan, like yung mga simpleng thank you nila, ganyan. Pero meron pong isa talagang hindi ko po makakalimutan is meron po doon homeless po. Parang nakatingin lang po siya sa amin. And then siguro akala niya may bayad kung bakit kumukuha yung mga tao, ganyan. And then nilapitan namin siya, sinabi namin na walang bayad, kumuha lang siya kung ano yung kaya niya or yung kailangan niya, ganyan. He just took 3 bananas po, which one he ate, kinain niya yung isa is binulsa niya, and then yung isa is pinakain niya po doon sa aso na kasama niya. And then by that po, in such an instance, you can still see each person's humanity po. The type of person who will think about the people next to them before taking a lot. Kasi pwede naman po siya kumuha ng marami. But still, talagang kinuha lang po niya talaga yung kailangan niya. And then, plus yung pinakain niya pa po sa kasama niyang dog. So, ayun po, many people po doon na tumutulong din po, ganyan, parang sinasabi rin po nila na ayusin yung pila, gano'n, kahit hindi na po namin sila kasamahan, gano'n po. So, ayun po, nakakatawa po kasi makikita mo po rin yung unity.
Ayan, thank you. Very inspiring, no? Pero, Classmate Rhyza, is there any problem that you and the community pantry team face as volunteers?
Actually po, wala naman mabigat talaga kasi para ang pinoproblema lang namin nun, every after pantry, iisipin namin, saan kaya tayo ulit kukuha ng para bukas, para sa susunod na araw. Ganyan po kasi as in never po talaga kaming naglabas na galing sa bulsa namin. Though kinukonsider po namin siya kapag no choice na po talaga. Pero talagang God is great po talaga kasi every time na mamomroblema po kami kung saan kami kukuha pang kinabukasan, bigla-biglang may magme-message ng sponsor or bigla-biglang may magkukulog sa GCash, sa mga bank accounts po namin, mga ganun po. Kaya nakakatuwa po talaga na almost 5 months po namin pantry na galing po talaga sa mga tao yung pinambibigay namin. And then, vice versa po. Nabibigay rin naman po namin sa mga tao yung tulong din po na binibigay nila sa amin. Parang instrument lang din po talaga kami. Ganun po.
Galing. Sobrang inspiring. So, for the last question, classmate, after joining the community pantry, what are the life lessons that you have realized?
After po matapos yung pantry namin, lahat po kami nag-forum, ganyan. Tapos sinabi namin na mamimiss namin yung pantry, yung band, ganyan. Kasi hindi naman po kami nun close lahat. Actually, nag-start lang po talaga yun. 6 po, 6 people lang po kami. Hanggang po sa nagkaroon po kami ng 23 volunteers po na nagre-reach out din po sa amin kung paano makakatulong, ganyan-ganyan. Pero syempre po, natigil din po yun kasi may mga bagay po na kailangan po i-prioritize, like yung mga magdi-defense po sa amin, sa mga ano po namin, higher level po na kasama. And then yung natutunan ko po dun is yung you can help hanggat meron ka. Tumulong ka hanggat meron ka kasi hindi naman natin alam yung bawat pinag-struggle, bawat pinagdadaanan na nakakasalamuhan natin sa araw-araw, ganun po. Maging lang po tayo, always choose to be kind kasi you will never go wrong on choosing being kind po.
Living up the Vincentian spirit, Adamson University opened their doors as an isolation facility for elderlies from Hospicio de San Jose.
With the collaboration of ADU and the Philippine Red Cross, 34 patients were assisted to isolate in Falcon's Nest, the dormitory building for Adamson athletes, on August 29, 2021 alone.
Even before these projects in partnership happened, ADU had already offered the dormitory in F. Benitez Street to use as a temporary isolation facility for Makati Med staff that tested positive for the said virus.
Starting April 2021, the university volunteered 22 rooms to PRC to use as temporary isolation facility that can occupy more or less 56 patients as a tripartite agreement with the city government of Manila and Red Cross, in which the Philippine Red Cross was highly grateful to the Vincentian community.
This act gave some hopeful prospect to Adamsonians that no matter how hard the situation that we're facing, we will rise up and heal as one.
I'm Paul Elma, 22 years old, BA Communications student. My organization is Gravity Set of Addison University. I've been with Gravity for the past 3 years. Currently, I am the Vice President for Internal Affairs. Sumali po ako ng organization na to to become a better version of myself. I joined seminars like ALC sa school namin. You get to develop people skill on how to work with other people, how to become a good leader. Being a leader is to listen more and to talk less. Importante sa lahat ay alam mo kung saan ka pumiposisyon at alam mo din kung ano mga ugali ng bawat officers on how to handle their struggles, their fears, and how you can help one another as a team and especially as a family. Hindi din mawawala yung respeto sa isa't isa. Even though you're students, you know when to say no and when to say yes. That's my important thing na hindi ko makakalimutan as a student leader.
I am Beverly K. Pedregosa, a 20-year-old third-year communications student and currently an officer of ASEAN Youth Advocates. So far, I am enjoying everything as an associate of Member Relations Committee under the Office of Internal Affairs. I get to meet remarkable leaders, explore more outside of my comfort zone, and expand my horizon. I didn't have a hard time adjusting because my superiors and colleagues were very hands-on, especially when I was just a mentee. They were so consistent to train me, mentor me, and I am so grateful for their guidance and patience all through those months. As an officer of ASEAN Youth Advocates, I am upholding a cause to strengthen the education system here in the Philippines because it is so sad to see people starving for knowledge but were not given access to as simple as education. I believe that ignorance can be cured if we all join together to promote better education. All of us are born to be a leader, but one cannot be a true leader without the ability to empower and educate others.
Ayala Young Leaders Congress is all about nation building. It is an expanded training ground for selected student leaders from all over the Philippines. And out of 80 students, 2 of them are Adamsonians. Val Marco San Pedro described this experience as life-changing since it allows him to meet different individuals while doing virtual activities. It is an eye-opening event as it also helps in the holistic development of every individual partaking in the said Congress. As per Mr. Ralph Eric Bernardo, through this experience, he was able to learn the principles of servant leadership. Aside from the lessons, he quoted that one of the best things in the virtual Congress is that they were able to meet other leaders from all over the country and had the chance to know their stories of joy, despair, and hope. Despite the current situation, this is a proof that we can rise above. Continue soaring high, classmates!
Hello po sa bumubuo ng Falcon Radio ng Adamson University at sa atin mga tagapakinig. Sana po nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Ako po si Father Joel Rescober CM, ang kasalukuyan pong parish priest dito sa San Vicente de Paul Parish na nasasakupan naman ng ating universidad. Isang programa na atin nilunsad at ginagawa hanggang ngayon bilang isang tugon sa hamon ng pandemic na po. Alam nyo po, ito pong ating feeding program ay bago pa man magkaroon ng pandemic ay meron na po sa ating parokya. So we have this every Tuesday in the afternoon hanggang gabi sapagkat yung mga street dwellers po natin or yung homeless ay inibitahan po natin dito every Tuesday sa parokya. So umatin po sila ng ating misa, novena kay St. Vincent at saka po namin sila papakainin. Naisipan namin ng Central House Community, ng San Vicente de Paul Parish, and Adams University and Miraculous Medal Apostolate. So lahat ng mga pare dito sa community na mayroong kailangan tayong gawin higit sa mga nangangailangan. At pinili nga po namin ang mga street dwellers kasi ay kapag na-lockdown ang lahat, wala na magbibigay tutulong sa kanila. At sigurado magugutom sila. At para maiwasan ang hindi magandang pangyayari. Alam niyo naman, pag tao ay gutom, ay pwedeng maraming masamang gawin para lang mag-survive. Kaya po naisipan namin na pagpatuloy at gawin ito na bilang pagtugon at unahin ang mga dukha. Sabi nga ni San Vicente, huwag kalilimutan ang mga dukha sa panahon ng pandemya. Kaya ito po ay nagsimula agad, no? Almost a few weeks lang ho ng pandemya. Kaya kung bibilangin nyo, magdadalawang taon na po ito. Araw-araw yan, walang patid, no? Monday to Sunday. Ang mission natin ay talagang tugunan ang pangangailangan ng mga mahihirap. At ito yung nakita namin na direct, no? Na pwedeng gawin, lalo ngayong panahon ng pandemya, sa ating mga street dwellers kasi talagang wala silang mapupuntahan o mahihinga sapagkat sarado. Kaya ito po ang ating ginawang programa. Ngayon, pag natapos ang pandemya, ito ba'y pagpapatuloy? Opo, no? Hindi man araw-araw, pero at least, no, may mga pagkakataon, no, na atin pong itutuloy ito sapagkat hindi natin pwedeng kalimutan ang mga mahihirap, lalo po sa panahon ito ng pandemya. Alam niyo ho, 500 street dwellers ang araw-araw na pumipila. But marami ho mga tao na talagang patuloy na sumusuporta at nagbibigay, no? Pag nakikita po nila itong programang ito. Kaya we hope and pray na marami pang tao ang magbigay para magpatuloy ho natin itong napakasimple at maliit na pamamaraan ng ating pagtulong sa ating mga aba ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Kaya sa mga lahat nating tagapakinig, no, ng Falcon Radio at sa mga alumni ko natin at students and staff and administrators, salamat sa Adams University sa kanilang contribution, no, sa feeding program na ito. So mabuhay po kayo and God bless you all.
Hello classmate! This is Alysse Talero, 22 years old from Quezon City. I'm a student assistant and graduated as BS Customs Administration, currently working as a process specialist, and I'm a pandemic graduate of Adamson University. Okay, noong 2020 ng March, pag-graduate na ako nun, nag-lockdown. Hindi na ako nakabalik ng pagka-lockdown, as in never na nakabalik ng school yung mga students and student assistants. Hindi na kami inalaw na makabalik sa school. So, hindi namin naranasang mag-work as a student o student assistant habang may pandemic. However, siguro for me, ang most difficult part is yung pagka-miss or missing those golden times. Yung nagpapa-receive ka sa iba't ibang offices, yung nakiki-interact ka sa iba't ibang tao, kahit nagagalit mo yung parent na kausap mo, yun, na-appreciate ko pa rin yun kasi may interaction eh. Kasi nung lockdown as wala na, diba? Hindi na tayo nakamit ng you know, mga tao sa labas. Nasa bahay lang tayo all the time. Yun. Pinakamahirap sa akin yung loneliness. Na-depressed din ako noon. And I don't know kung ano nang gagawin ko sa buhay ko. Parang nawalan ako ng purpose. Ng pandemic. Yun yung mahirap sa akin.
My general purpose for trying to top the board exam was to prove myself. Like many other students, I've had several failing grades and I've also had bad experiences in college. There were professors, yes with an S, who have told me that I don't deserve and I won't be able to become a chemical engineer. I've never let their words get into my head and I've pushed myself harder to achieve my goals. Another main reason was to make my parents proud. They work hard for me to achieve my goals. They've made a lot of sacrifice and hard work in order to raise me to where I am today, and I want to do what I can to make them happier in life. I was overflowing with joy when I heard that I was the top 2 in the PRC licensure exam. It was extremely nerve-wracking every day as I have waited as I was wondering if I did well during the board exam. When the results came, my family and relatives were very proud of me, and I've always been aiming to become a top-notcher even before I graduated, and I think it was a result of this hard work that I have made such an accomplishment. I have had several problems like most other students. Problems with professors, dealing with emotional problems with friends, sleepless nights, relationship problems, balancing my time, etc. There were a lot of times that I've wanted to give up on becoming a chemical engineer as it was really exhausting and I feel like there's no end to the requirements to be met. To others who feel the same, please don't give up. I encourage you to do your best when things become hard. I'm sure it will pay off in the end. To our future Adamsonian chemical engineers out there, please believe in yourself and focus on learning a lot. Don't just focus on getting good grades and passing. Focus on learning and improving yourself. With enough preparation and determination, I'm sure you all can achieve your goals in life. Good luck!
Pagdating sa success stories, hindi magpapatalo ang ating mga classmate dyan. Over the past year, kahit na mayroong pandemic, hindi ito naging hadlang para makamit ng ilang classmates natin ang kanilang mga pangarap. Isa na dyan si classmate Ax Valerio.
Si classmate Ax ay isang 22-year-old student from Adamson University under the Communications Department. Matatanda ang nagtrending siya noong 2020 matapos siyang makitang nagpupursiging mag-aral habang nagtatrabaho. Isang netizen ang nagpost sa Facebook ng kanyang litrato na uma-attend ng online class habang nakatigil sa gilid ng kalye. Nakasuot pa siya nito ng Grab uniform at na lamang nagpa-part-time siyang delivery rider habang siya ay nagpapatuloy ng kanyang pag-aaral. Maraming netizens ang humanga sa kanya at na-feature siya sa mga sikat na news outlet tulad ng GMA at Inquirer.
Sa isang panayam kay classmate Ax to Facebook Messenger, nabanggit niya na ang pinaka-inspirasyon niya sa buhay ay ang kanyang pamilya. Sabi pa niya, and I quote, "I won't be able to reach everything I have right now if not because of the support and love that they are giving me every day. Every single thing that I am doing is always for my family." End quote. O diba? Sobrang powerful talaga ng kanyang support system. Ayon din kay classmate Ax, marami na siyang hamon na napagdaanan. At nung tanungin kung paano niya napagdaanan ang mga pagsubok na ito, sinabi niya sa amin na kung nalagpasan na yung mga nauna, there's a huge chance na malalagpasan niya ulit yung mga susunod pa. Basta naniniwala lang siya sa sarili niya at sa kakayahan niyang malagpasan ang mga bagay na iyon. At syempre, nag-iwan din siya ng advice sa ating mga classmates. Sabi niya, and I quote, "Always remember that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Huwag magmamadali at i-enjoy lamang ang buhay. Kung may problema, always consult your trusted ones at huwag sarilihin lamang. Kahit may problema, piliing sumaya at higit sa lahat, mag-aral tayong lahat ng mabuti." Talaga namang inspiring ang mga katagang iniwan ni classmate Ax at sana maraming classmate natin ang na-motivate sa kanyang words of wisdom. Talaga namang pinapakita niya ang isang tunay na hashtag tatak Adamsonian. Siyempre, hindi lang si classmate Ax ang nagpakita ng kanyang kagalingan at kasipagan. Last year, matatandaan natin nag-trending din ang ating dating classmate na si Carlos Yulo matapos niyang mag-uwi ng gold sa men's vault at ng silver sa men's parallel bar finals noong 2021 Artistic Gymnastics World Championships na ginanap sa Kita Kyushu, Japan.
Marami ring hamon ang napagdaanan ni classmate Carlos para makamit ang kanyang pinapangarap noon. Ayon sa panayam niya sa Rappler, noong unang taon niya sa Japan ay nakakaranas siya ng homesickness. Nahirapan din siya sa naging training niya to the point na gusto niya nang mag-quit sa pag-gymnastics. Agad niya itong sinabi sa kanyang mga magulang at tumatak naman ang sinabi ng kanyang mama sa kanya, and I quote, "Sayang naman ang mga napagdaanan mo. Nasimulan mo na, bakit hindi mo pa tapusin?"
After that, hindi pa rin buo ang kanyang loob, ngunit ipinagpatuloy niya ang pagtitraining sa Japan. Sabi niya, nakatulong din ang pagsusulat sa kanyang diary ng kanyang mga naging experience. Tunay namang nagbunga ng maganda ang kanyang pagpupursige dahil naging kabilang siya sa mga players ng 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Tunay namang nakaka-inspire ang kwento ni Classmate Axe at Classmate Carlo hindi lamang sa ating mga kapwa Adamsonian, kundi pati na rin sa lahat ng nakaranas na ng mga napagdaanan nila. Sila ang nagsisilbing patunay ng hard work pays off at patuloy lang tayong magpursige sa kabila ng hamon ng buhay. #Tatak Adamsonian. Dahil dito sa Falcon Radio, Classmate, ikaw ang bida.